It's April 5th, and it's time to get the garden ready for the season. So here's a look-see at the beginning of the season, before the chickens come in too. And here we go. It's a couple days later, and I just spread on some stuff for my chicken coop run. It's a mixture of hay, wood chips, dirt, chicken poo-poo, and feathers, etc. So we're just April 6th now. We're getting it ready. It's supposed to rain in a couple days, so that'll be great. Then I take bags like this, just their old food bags, and I fill them up with all the stuff that was inside the run, all the dirt, and then I clean out the coop, and I load it up on the four-wheeler and dump it in my garden. And that's my next layer on my garden. And there's the beautiful sun. Happy Friday. Got the chickens in the garden for the day. It's April 17th. I put some more of their coop run stuff up on there yesterday in the rows. Everyone is busy just de-weeding and getting some fresh worms today. We got a new rooster recently. He's pretty young. He's a young stud. He's almost a year. The rest of the girls are 7 and 6 years old. Here he is. We're gonna have babies this summer, hopefully. Anyway, we loaded him up in the... Well, I loaded him up on the four-wheeler in the dog kennel, and that's what I do every year to get him in there. So it's pretty fun. We're excited. It's a beautiful, glorious day. The sun is shining, and the birds are chirping, and everybody is happy and excited to be outside. Happy Saturday, everyone! Here we are. It is still April 17th. Just did some tilling on my rows with that little mantis over there. It's pretty awesome. Today is May 21st, and we're getting the garden going. A lot of what you see is weeds. So I got cardboard down to kill some of it off. Next year I need to lay that down earlier because it's a lot of work after it gets so far. So anyway, here we are. We got a bunch of tomato plants put in. I've been growing them since February. And we got our chickens in here. We got some Brussels sprouts. It is a mess of weeds though. So it does look like a jungle, but not the kind of jungle I prefer. And a lot of work, but we're gonna get to it. Everyone's having a good time today. Got some more tomatoes in. There is, that over there is called a niece. I'll show you that another time. Everyone's taking a nap. Beautiful May evening, and we're working on the garden. A lot of work to do, but we're getting her done. In 2 months there'll be a perfect jungle in here. We do have some anise growing right there. It came back this year. You can use that in tea and other things. It's my second year dealing with it. And yeah, beautiful day. May 21st, 2021. Trying to get the weeds under control around here. Soon it'll be wonderful. We did plant some tomatoes, Brussels sprouts that we've had since February in the house. Beautiful day. It's June 9th, 2021. We got radishes growing. Lots of weeds in here. I really need to work on that. That's anise. It's been coming up since the beginning of this season. Lots of tomatoes popping up. That just must have been from seeds from last year. The chickens are not in here today. It's 95 degrees. which isn't super common this time of year, so they're in the coop taking it easy because it's really hot. Anyway, looking good. And this is around the house. Got a few things, a lot of these new things I just threw the seeds over here. Whatever grows will grow. The orange is from last year. Irises popped up from last year. These are invasive, I need to get rid of them. And my sage bloomed for the first time in 3 years. We need to go in because it's like 95 degrees. Well, it's June 22nd, 2021, and the garden is a rockin' and a rollin'. There's my babies back. Anyway, I just pulled up some radishes that are beautiful. Look at these babies. Yeah, award winners. They're growing in here. You know what? You give up on the weeds sometimes because it gets to be a lot of weeding. Anyway, we got some more coming in. They're looking good. I pulled up most of the big ones. There's a little girl, Blondie. She likes eating the radish leaves. Yeah, so we got a lot growing on around here. Onions are coming in. These are the little sprouts for this. Mixed in with some weeds, obviously, but that'll happen on a big job. I got a pineapple plant, lemon tree, avocado tree on the side there that I usually keep in the house. I kept talking about that anise that I was growing on over here. Well, I took most of it out because I know I'll just reseed anyway, and I had other things growing on. So, anyway, beans, tomato plants. You know what? I'm just letting everything just grow where it is. These tomato plants have been popping up. Been really happy about that. So we're just letting it grow. There will be a lot to support later on, but my husband wanted a lot of tomato plants. He's going to get a lot of tomato plants. And then we'll share a lot of it too. So anyway, got some calendula. That's my flower this year. I saved a lot of seeds from last year. Asparagus is looking fine. Picking sprouts every day of that. Stalks. These are cleomes. They are not marijuana. I do not grow anything illegal here that I know of. Anyway, they become these beautiful flowers. You may have seen my last video from last year. I had just grown them last year. Anyway, blah blah, this is how it's looking. Beans and tomatoes and all kinds of good stuff. Borage just popped up. This is borage. Reseeded itself from last year. And as I said, I'm just kind of letting things grow as they are. I did put these tomato plants in, many of them, but a lot of stuff reseeded from last year, which was super awesome. And anyway, blah blah, they're starting to flower. We did just get through a drought, as I mentioned. The drought seems to be over. There's my Brussels sprout plants, looking good. Sorry, you know what, I'm not real camera savvy all the time. Looking good. And then there's my cuties hanging out. So life is better in the garden, isn't it? Zoom in for a close-up on the pretty flowers. And we're out.